Good call on McDonald's for lunch.
Yeah, let's eat.
Okay, we have the oh yeah for me.
Can you hand me my
Yep, and here are a couple of woot-woots to share.
I love my woohoo!
Oh, sounds like Stacy went to McDonald's too.
For a limited time, grab a hot and spicy McChicken and small fries for just $3 at McDonald's. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal.
Episode 1685 of the number one podcast in Apple job search. Let's try that again. Apple. I love that. Episode 1685 of the number one podcast in Apple Podcasts, No BS Job Search Advice Radio. I'm your host, Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. My last show for the year. Do you think I'm a little bit weird today? Because I know I am. And I think that flub there, am I leaving it in, is proof of it. And this is a classic show about how do you handle low offers. You go through the entire interview process and you wind up with something that you go, huh? Where'd they come up with that from? Hope you found this helpful and give it a great review. Merry Christmas if you celebrate the holiday. Hanukkah's already started. Happy Hanukkah. And Happy New Year to everyone. And I'll just simply say I'll be back January 6th, 2020, barring the unforeseen. You know, something happens to me between now and then. Because next year I have plans that are exciting. You know, it's episode 1700 in January, and late in the year it's going to be episode 2000. You believe that? 2000 episodes of a single podcast. And with that, let's get going.
And a question I received from someone I thought would be helpful for me to answer. And I encapsulated it in the title of this video. Let me read the full question. Is it a good/normal thing to go through a job application process without knowing the salary, eventually to receive a salary offer which is low and cannot be accepted or modified? How do you handle this? Well, I'll simply say, you know, I don't want to say that it's common or normal, but it happens, and it will happen more frequently, and I'll explain why in a second. Firms tend not to want to divulge the salary level for a position because what they've learned is if they say 100 to 120 and you're making 95, they're reluctant to give you the 120 because, you know, they've got people internally. I can give you all their excuses. You know, they've got formulas really to go by. They'll talk with you about we have people internally who are stronger than you, and they're making 115, and we give you 120. Bull. What it really comes down to is they have formulas that they've calculated for percentage increases. Thus, the tendency is not to divulge because they know you're going to lock in on the top number. They know you're never going to think in terms of the lowest number in the range or any of the numbers between the two. You hear 100 to 120, that's all you care about is the 120, right? And that's natural. Now, is it common for them to make low offers? No, because it's more common for them to try to get you to either push you out the door or get you to say yes, you would accept what they're thinking of much earlier in the process. And if you think back, they've probably given you signals along the way that they're not going to meet what your salary requirements are. Maybe you misled them and said, oh, yeah, I'd be flexible, never thinking in a million years that you would need to be flexible, but now they're calling your bluff. So that's part number one. So yes, it happens. And in a world where firms are reluctant to discuss salary until the very end, it happens with some regularity. The reason I say it's going to happen with more frequency is that organizations are going to start complying and have been forced to comply with jurisdictions where it is now illegal to ask about your current salary. So Just imagine they cannot ask you what you're currently earning and use their formulas. Yippee, I can ask for as much as I want. Well, yeah, within reason, because again, using that previous example, a $95,000 a year person is not qualified to do a $180,000 a year person's job, right? It's just different roles. No criticism, it's just different. So it's always got to be within a spectrum. And, here's where the problem is. The problem is firms don't know what you're earning. You could be making more than what they're prepared to pay, right? So if they can't find out that you're making $130 and they're only prepared to pay $120, at the time of the offer, they're going to say, good news, we're giving you the most that we can pay, $120, and you turn around and go, that's less than what I'm making now. And that's going to be a common occurrence. Now, it doesn't make anything bad. The intention of the law is that there are certain people who are disadvantaged because the system has always paid them less. And it's designed to compensate for it. But this is the price that we're going to pay, is that more and more people are going to get low offers, and they're going to scratch their heads and go, why? And that's because firms don't know what you're currently earning, and their jobs pay less. And they're going to be reluctant to say our position only pays $120. You're going to have to ask the question, hey, look, I know you can't ask me what I'm currently earning. And if I'm making more than this job, there's no reason for me to come back 5 times for you to make a low offer. Could you give me a sense of what you're prepared to pay? And then from there, be able to manage them just like they manage job hunters for a lot of years. So back to the original question. How do you handle this? How do you handle this situation? Well, you can do it with some humor. I am confused. You may start off by saying, I'm doing a caricature voice. I am confused by this offer. Did I not tell you during the course of my interviewing with you that I was looking for a salary in the area of whatever the number is? And you have extended an offer for significantly less than that. Yeah. Was there something confusing in the statement? No. Then why have you been doing this? Why have you dragged my butt over here 5 times, 3 times, whatever it is, to make me go through this as though magically I can accept less money? If I went to a store that sold your product and service and you're selling it for $100,000 and I offer you $90,000, what do you tell me to do? You've got to throw it back at them. I've been very clear about what I'm looking for. And the reason you do this, I'm going to interrupt myself here, is that there are some firms who like to give the impression that there's no wiggle room when there actually is. I don't know if it is in this case. I know you said there's no wiggle room, but until you say no, there may not be wiggle room. It's only when you say no that it may show up. I remember a client of mine in the consulting industry, global firm, billions in revenue, and their premise was they would extend offers that they thought would be turned down. Sometimes they got an acceptance, and sometimes what they were able to do and go, look, I went to bat for you. And I got the offer increased by whatever the number is. And the hiring manager really thinks you're terrific. And I went to bat with you with corporate and was able to get the offer upped. So I need your acceptance now. And that became a game that they played. Only until you said no were they willing to pull this rabbit out of the hat. So is it common? It happens. Not all the time, it happens. Will it happen more often? You betcha it will, for reasons I explained. And here, how do you handle it? You turn the offer down.
So that's today's show. I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, here are a few more ways to get more from me. First of all, at my website, which is thebiggamehunter.us, I have more than 7,000 blog posts there that you can watch, listen to, or read that will help you find your next job. While there, if you're interested in one-on-one coaching from me, you can schedule a session, either a discovery call or a coaching session with me by using the button on the home page that says schedule. You'll see a number of different options. If you just want to have a quick chat to see if coaching makes sense, use the discovery call option. If you want the best of my advice with an emphasis on interviewing, go to jobsearchcoachinghq.com, where I've curated information with a focus on interviewing. If you decide to take a lifetime membership at the site, basically what I do is I give you the money back in the form of 1 hour of coaching with me that you can use as 2 30-minute sessions. Thus, the site becomes free. You can also hire me for a resume or LinkedIn profile critique, trusted advisor services, help with a salary negotiation, and much, much more at my website. Like you, I don't work for free. I do charge for what I do. You can also take my classes on Skillshare and become a premium member using the link in the show notes and receive 2 months for free instead of just the one that the site offers. Skillshare offers thousands and thousands of courses, not just simply mine, but on a host of different subjects that can help you in many different ways. Lastly, join my group on Facebook, which is called Career Angles. It's free to the first 250 members who join and is focused on helping you do better at work. Information is shared daily, and we're attempting to build a supportive group there. Ask to join. I'm not letting recruiters in, so it's a safe place and you won't get harassed. And I'll be back tomorrow with more, and in the meantime, I hope you have a great day. Be great!
This season, all your favorites have one home for the holidays. Yours with Disney Plus.
Merry Christmas!
Moana, Woody, Buzz, Captain Marvel, Darth Vader, and Homer will all be there, so make room. Make Disney Plus your home for the holidays. Streaming Disney, Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Nat Geo, and 30 seasons of The Simpsons. That's something to celebrate.
Merry Christmas to you!
All these and more now streaming. Go to DisneyPlus.com to sign up now.
At Metro, the best deal in wireless is on. Switch to Metro and get 1 full Amazon Prime membership included every month. Plus, get 2 free phones from top brands like Samsung and LG with huge HD screens. All with 2 lines for just $90. That's the best deal in wireless, only at Metro. Plus sales tax and activation fee. Requires port-in of eligible number not currently active on T-Mobile network or active on Metro in the past 90 days. Limit 4 per account or household. Offer subject to change. Offer valid for new Amazon Prime members. Amazon Prime has a $12.99 per month value. Restrictions apply. See store for details and terms and conditions.